1st of March, a snowstorm going on outdoors, so we're working indoors. By the way, this is that underhood light from Eastwood. Well, it works great for illuminating the interior. Just clip it to the roof and away you go. So we've reinstalled the glove box. And about the only trick here is that the glove box comes in from the front, and you need to fold this wing so that you can get it tucked over this way. 62 is the first year that they put the fuse box inside, and so you have to unplug the wires on the back of it, install the fuse box, and then replug the wires. It helps if you make a diagram. Orange, gray, 2 pink, green, and there you go. While I had the door off, I've waxed it and started to wax the dash area. And you say, what in the heck would you need a tap and die set for? Well, that is a machine screw. It's a 1024. You can see the threads on it. Well, it belongs up here in the visors. The 3 screws that hold the visor mount are 1024 machine screws. You'll find sometimes people have used self-tapping sheet metal type screws, or sheet metal type screws, whether they're self-tapping or not, and that'll just bugger up the threads. So I've had to take the tap and die and rethread the hole, and so now I can get a good purchase when I reinstall the screw. And while you got the glove box out, you might as well lubricate the latch. And the surprising thing about the latch is you might put 3-in-1 oil here, or you might put it here. Actually, the best place to put the 3-in-1 oil is on this slot in the bottom, you know, from the top down. Get her good and lubricated. You just never know. On the glove box installation, this screw and this screw, just about impossible to get at with any of the conventional Phillips head screwdrivers. So I use this Phillips bit with this little 1/4-inch drive. That's about the only way I can get these things to twist in. While I'm here, I'm going to take out the ashtray in the center console. I see it's missing at least one of the hold down screws, and the whole thing could use a freshening. So here's the upside down side of the ashtray. Red wire to the lighter, white wire to the ground. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's the wire they got for powering the back ashtray. Which does not have the correct little cigarette lighter in it anyway. Down in there, the attaching clips have fallen. So I'll fish them out and show them to you. These are the ashtray attaching brackets. There should be 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what they should look like when they're installed in there. Of course, access is pretty close to impossible. I've always had to come into the console from under the carpet to position these things. Doing more work on the ashtray. This is the one that I took out. And this is what typical one would look like. So we got out our reflective aluminum and the grit blaster. And here's what a cup looks like after it's been grit blast, and then light coats of the reflective aluminum. That'll be fine so long as you don't put a butt out in it. And you have to take the ashtray top off of it, of course, so that you can sandblast or grit blast. And then that's what she comes out after. Now it's just a matter of JB weld, put the top back on. In fact, I was looking at the one that came off of the car, and you can see that it's been apart once before, and somebody has JB welded it. But what they should have done was spend a little time here on the inside. No matter, we keep going. A routine check, and I see my license plate light is not operating. And so, look at the screws. I've never seen that. They're one-way screws somebody's put in here. Well, they gotta come out in order to get access to this thing. Huh? We can do that. Well, not the worst job I ever had, but the worst job I did today. It took vice grips on the tails to get that thing out. That's a GE67, and the filament is broken. To finish up the license plate lamp, this is the housing that had been in there. This is the lens that had been in there. And I had a brand new, never used housing with lens. So I will swap that in, put in a new 67, and go from there. There you go, license plate lamp. It turns out 1960, 61, 62, these one-way are the correct ones. I tried using these one-ways in the new housing and they wouldn't bite. So I ended up with some 832s, but that's correct. While we were running the car, diagnosing the gas tank center, I noticed it did not have the ground strap. So here you go. There's your part number. This is longer than what you would want, but it'll fit, and so this is going in. So that's what you should have. And now I'm going to hit it with the ohm meter, make sure I've got good ground. These other lines, they're for air shocks. So got the one probe here. Yeah, but here's what you want to check. Is your gas tank grounded? Gas tank is grounded. And we move on. Back to diagnosing the convertible top problem. And they say one of the things to do is to check the switch. Of course, the switch is normally in this spot here. These are the switch wires. And I checked them. And I'm getting power as I should. And while I was at it, I took off the mirror control to get in there for some cleaning. And as I did, look what fell out. Sand. Ed was saying when they restored the car, they had it sandblasted, and he was forever getting sand out of things. Well, apparently we are still getting sand out of things. Well, there's the top control buttoned up and reconnected. Now we got to move to the motor and find out why it's not cranking.